How's it going, everyone? This is Javita, and today I just figured I'd share a game that has pretty much been consuming my life for the past couple of weeks. It's a game called Boundless, and at least partly explains why I haven't posted much of anything in January so far. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this. According to the Steam page, whether you are a seasoned hunter, a weather explorer, a master builder, a shrewd trader, or a natural-born fighter, there is a place for you in the massive open-world sandbox universe of Boundless. Watch the sunrise on one world before hunting down epic titans on another. Explore caverns on your own or build a city with your guild. Mine, trade, or fight protectors for resources and search for elusive Oort technology. This is a game I've been watching for a couple of years now. It's actually gone through fairly recently a massive rewrite, moving the game away from Java and into C++ for better control over system resources to better optimize the game. So, just to be clear, I did buy this game with my own money. I'm not sponsored in any way, paid full price for it. The game is a bit pricey at $35, but so far I feel like I've already got my money out of it and there's more updates to come. Things that I feel that set this game apart from its competitors is, for one thing, it's an MMO. There are other sandbox MMOs out there, but nothing quite like this with the planet hopping and the portals that just seamlessly connect two worlds together. Currently, you can't open permanent portals. They are planned, but for the time being, you can open up a portal to another planet and seamlessly travel to it. Look through the portal and you can just see what's going on there. It's quite amazing. Another thing that really sets this game apart is that it has a dual hand system, which isn't completely unique, but each hand has its own action bar that can be controlled either in unison, where when you change one hand you're also changing your other hand, or you can actually, through the settings, change it to where you can switch each hand individually by simply holding down a modifier key, which is pretty cool. It does have grappling hooks, which is probably one of my favorite features of the game. If you're not going to give players the ability to fly, a grappling hook, especially the way this one is done, is a very close second. It's just invaluable for mining, building, navigating. It's really cool. Another thing that sets this game apart are the slopes. They're actually quite amazing. At least I think they are. There are slopes in other games that are similar to this, but usually they're their own block. So it's like you got your dirt, and then you got your sloped dirt, and then you have the second variation of sloping, and it just gets a little crazy. The way slopes are handled in Boundless is that all the base blocks and many of the crafted kind of structural blocks can be chiseled. So you place it, you have your standard square block, and then you just take the chisel and you start shaping it to whatever variation that you're needing. It doesn't cycle through how you might think it would. It's more you look at the offending corner that you don't like and you just chisel it off. So you can actually get to the shape that you want via a kind of an intelligent type system rather than just cycling through different shapes. It's really quite amazing. So it really opens up the ability to make smooth roofs, diagonal hallways that are smooth. It just really opens up the potential. And actually, I've never been just a huge fan of building for the sake of building, as far as in games like Minecraft, just because I just always felt so limited. It's like, well, whatever I'm gonna build is gonna look all boxy. And this game has really surprised me at my willingness and eagerness to actually build really cool buildings. And I gotta just blame it on the chisel system, because it's really nice. The next thing I really like about this game are the smart stacks. These little buggers are just, I think, ingenious. I was mentioning earlier how other games, they do the slopes, and like each slope would be its own unique block, and then it wouldn't stack. It, just caused inventory mayhem. Well, Boundless takes this problem and finds a pretty ingenious solution in smart stacks. And what it does is say, okay, there's 3 types of wood, there's 3 types of stone, and all of these types of stone will actually stack together. All the wood stacks together. Many of the processed goods will stack together. Ingots, extracts. It's just kind of crazy. And each smart stack can have up to 9 stacks inside of them. So just one complete smart stack, that's, essentially 1,000 pieces of wood, given that each stack is only 99. So yeah, it's whatever. So that's just amazing as far as inventory management. There are some limitations in that, say, if you have tree trunks, they don't stack with the planks that you craft them into, but just given that you can go out and chop down any tree and have all the trunks grouped together, or have all the stone that you've mined together, or even all the ore that you mine, copper, iron, silver, gold, it all will stack into the one pile. Anytime you can right click on it and pop it open and see just exactly what you have, or you can just go, oh yeah, I have 800 pieces of ore, it's probably time to go home and process some of it. So those are the kind of things that I feel kind of set this game apart from, say, Minecraft or other similar type games. And I just gotta give a big shout out to the community. The players that I've met in game have all been super nice. It has been a rare occurrence, but that's mostly because the servers are divided up into regions. So you got East and West Coast for the United States, European, and Australia. And each one of those regions has a group of 3 planets. One will be a starter, and then the other 2 will be basically more hostile, more advanced planets that you'll travel to once you are well prepared, but then rewards you with rarer resources. So depending on where each region decides to kind of congregate can really spread the players out. The other side of that is the forums are very active. The devs are super active. They've been putting out weekly updates on what they're going to be working on. They have pretty good patch notes telling you what they're changing currently. I mentioned earlier in this video that there was a massive rewrite moving the game away from Java into C++, and this kind of was on the down low on Steam, and this led to the reviews on Steam to be rather mixed. They were very active on their forums and on Twitter. The Steam reviews aren't the greatest, but that is starting to turn around with these more recent updates and attracting more players. Let's go over a couple of things I'm not so crazy about. First one being lag. But, nobody likes lag. But in the current how things are done, there can be kind of a disconnect between what you're seeing on your screen and what's actually happening in the world. It's not that often that I experience any kind of game affecting lag. There's a little bit of lag, just normal playing, but it's really to be expected. The devs are hunting down bugs and optimizing. Next thing I'm not that crazy about is that the game can be a little bit grindy, but honestly, since this is shooting to be kind of an MMO experience, that's really to be expected. It's maybe slightly more grindy than Minecraft as far as gathering resources, but that could also be that usually when I play Minecraft, I have like Tinker's Construct and actually, a crap ton of mods installed that allows me to mine out 9 blocks at a time, a 3x3 square. So I could be just spoiled to mods in Minecraft, particularly having an axe that chops the entire tree down all at once. so I think I'm just spoiled. The other thing about the bit grindy is that the higher levels of crafting actually takes time. And this is actually a plus and minus, so maybe it's not fair to put it in this section of the video, but in the current crafting setup, you can craft just one item at a time, or you can do a bulk order, or you can actually do a mass order. Now the quantities on those will vary depending on the type of item you're crafting, but usually, especially when you're refining the base resources into the higher resources for crafting, the bulk orders and mass orders will actually be more efficient. You know, like I said, this is a plus and a minus, because on one hand it really encourages mass gathering of resources and also parallel crafting. What I mean by parallel crafting is I have a ridiculous amount of rocks that then can be processed into stone. So instead of, oh, well, I'll just queue up all that rock on the one crafting table to craft, I can actually just go ahead and make, say, 8 crafting tables and make 8 mass orders all at once, and that way I'm crafting essentially 8 things at the same time instead of 8 things in a row. You get this kind of interesting sense of awesomeness when you got 8 crafting tables crafting and all your machines going and you're smelting ore and you're just like, you've just gone industrial. There's something rather alluring to that. On the flip side, though, at times it's like, oh my god, I gotta turn this into stone, and I gotta refine it, and mix it with something else. And I'm really excited about this game. I do recommend it if you're a little gun shy of early access, or if building and resource gathering isn't just super alluring to you. You might consider waiting for the full release. Like I said earlier, they're planning on a 2017 release. One thing I'm not 100% sure on is if that's going to be PC and PS4 together. They do have a lot more features planned for this game. They're working on a skill tree, they're considering magic, there's going to be bosses that require groups, and just so much more than I can cram into this video. I definitely plan on doing more videos on this game. I'm not quite sure about a formal Let's Play. You can kind of let me all know your thoughts on that. But I definitely want to do probably like a quick start guide, maybe some follow-up videos on that and just kind of the progression. Probably some videos on how to find certain resources. Building, if you all like to see what I'm building. I actually really enjoy the building in this game, so I'll probably definitely do some builds, maybe some tutorials how to make certain styles of building, or just in general what I'm building at that moment. Anyway, I think we'll go ahead and kind of wrap this video up. This was Javita. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and if there's anything you didn't like, let me know down in the comments. Until next time, peace.